I talk to Will and I see Will as much as I possibly can. Um, it's we and every time we get together, we always start talking about, we should go in the studio and let's make another record. He really wants to do this big giant Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince World reunion tour. The problem is he's probably the biggest movie star on the planet. And it's, being in that position, it doesn't make for a lot of time, for music. I really think that a lot of the movie people hate when I come around because they know that I'm going to try to twist his arm to do some music, and it's in his heart, he really, really wants to do it. But, like I said, being one of the biggest movie stars on the planet, we'll talk about, oh man, we want to do this tour and we're going to go here. And then he'll call me and say, hey, guess what? I was nominated for an Oscar. And it's kind of like, so much for the tour. Well, you know what I think people don't realize about my relationship with Will is this is exactly what we planned on doing. And that's one of the things that we talk about more than anything. That I remember when Will and I first got together, we kind of had a dream session. And he was like, you know what? I want to do movies. And I was like, wow, I want to do music. And I was like, you know what, maybe I could do music for your movies. And, and we were just kind of like just speaking about what we wanted. So to look up and to see what has happened, especially with him, nobody's more prouder of what he's done than I am. And the part that people don't see is when we get together and we'll talk, every once in a while, he'll just look over at me and just be like, can you believe this? Like, can you believe this? Like, you remember when we talked about this? And I'm looking at him. Like, I remember, being out in LA for the Hancock premiere. And we were in a hotel suite. The premiere was later that night, and we were sitting down talking. And we were probably on, like, the 30th floor. And I looked out the window, and I just pointed. And I said, dude, you got a billboard. You got a billboard that you're looking at with your name and your face on it. Can you believe this? And he looks at me and he says, no. If I don't see him for a while, it's the most embarrassing moment because the one thing that I know he's going to do is he's going to embarrass me. Will is going to send me a message. Will sends me an embarrassing message every birthday. I was honored for being one of the music pioneers in Philadelphia at the Phillies game, and on the Jumbotron in front of 50,000 people, he comes on and he talks about meeting me in a go-go bar, and I was dancing on tables, and I'm just putting my head down. That's Will. So, if I don't see him for a while, we reminisce and we laugh, we joke, because he'll be the first to tell you. It's kind of like it all started with him and I in someone's basement with me DJing and him on the mic.